and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Wynne. I am a painter and a poet based in Bath, England. For the past 2 years, my mum and my dad have been going through a process of a challenging divorce. And throughout this process, my mum and her posse of cats and a rescued pigeon who lived in the extension room of my home. So I've been spending time around my mother, who means a lot to me. I've also been spending time around cuddly, furry, adorable, sociable cats for the past 2 years. So this is my first time to be home alone, like the movie. I have to say, it's been an emotional day. I've already cried a few times, just processing the change and processing everything that's happened and everything good also to look forward to. I can feel my body in a shock. It's still getting used to this environment of not being around so many animals and a human. I thought I would take you along with me on a day of resetting. So I've decided to take this day to do very mundane, very grounded activities, such as preparing the praying altar, preparing the bedroom, changing the sheets, feeding animals, doing the washing, all the good stuff that I think, even though very practical, are healing and grounding activities to allow me to ease back into this environment. And hopefully this will all prepare me so that I can create art and continue with my painting during the week, which I'll also take you along on. So join me in this adventure, join me on this change. And also let me know in the comments, do you live by yourself? And how do you find it? Do you have animals in your home? How do you like it?
So when all is over, when all is over, when all is over, all I can see from here is you. All I can see from here is you. When all is over, when all is over, all is over, all I can see from here is you.
I want to just touch a little bit on a couple of things that have been going on in my mind throughout this day. One of the things that I keep repeating to myself, almost like a mantra, is I can do hard things. My situation is very unique to me, and I know that, but you might also be going through a time of change where it is difficult. You might be going through a breakup or finding your feet again after something that has been challenging. I just want to let you know that we can do hard things. We can do hard things, and as the Buddha talks about often, there is no life without change. Impermanence and change are very much integral to our core human experience, and the question then becomes for me, like, how do I have that understanding and use that knowledge and understanding to help me continue to live my life, continue to stay motivated, continue to have positive thoughts and not be in my mind so much. That is partly why I decided to start by performing grounding activities like tidying the house and doing house chores, etc. But something that I've also had throughout this day, it's not really a thought, but it's more like a feeling that I have in my heart, which is the fact that, if we lose someone through any kind of circumstance, if we have this feeling of separation, I think it's really easy for the mind to overthink things. It's really easy for the mind to think of many unworthy, many self-deprecating, negative thoughts. And once again, the Buddha talks about the fact that, these thoughts and the nature of the mind is that it will keep having multiple thoughts throughout the day. But one thing that I realized is that I can be aware, I can acknowledge and still be aware of the feeling that I've had through being around my mom, her aura, her energy, her vibe, you could call it, with me in my heart. And with that feeling, I can continue to do hard things. I can continue to step forward and take the necessary and practical actions that I need to do every single day. And that inspires me to keep going. The fact that we might potentially be separated from someone, the fact that we might lose someone, but at the same time we can hold them in our heart, means a lot to me. One of the things that I experienced when my mom was living in the house is how much she never truly and completely got over the loss of my grandmother, her mom. And that really touched me. And I imagine myself losing her someday in the future. But I also observed how, she offered flowers and candles and water on the praying altar to her own mother, and how she kept her alive in her heart and also through her actions. And I find that so inspiring and so touching, and that is how I'm choosing to spend my solo living life.
Darling, please forgive me if I stare